Welcome and good morning, maybe even good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world right now. Later on today, it's the knockout stages, and we are live from the University of Wolverhampton for a great day of elite sport on the international stage. Right now, the players are just lining up to be taken over, and we will respect the national anthems of both France and Turkey.
First of all, the national anthem of Türkiye. And you can remain standing for the national anthem of France.
You are just joining us. We're live from the University of Wolverhampton. It's the partially sighted men's football competition. A lot of different scenarios today, as later on it will be the knockout stages. We will be seeing Ukraine take on Spain in the first semi-final. We will have the host nation England, a little bit sour after that defeat of the women's team yesterday. We're looking to get back against Japan. Hopefully we'll see the starting lineups. France have some news in terms of who's playing. If you can just see, there's only a few people available. They'll start with number 1 in goals, Richard Matteo. Number 4, Biquete Julian. Number 7, Deseo Sebastian. Number 9, Rudy Jean. Number 10, Madou Mehdi. And the sub, the one lonely sub, is Charbonnier Antoine. So 2 players missing. We'll bring you up to date with why in a second. That's team lineup for France. Photos at the middle of the court being taken place. There's all the sportsmanship on display all the way through this tournament. As we'll move on and look at the Türkiye team. Number 1, Ege Barras. Number 7, Konu Sedat. Number 14, Deyangaç Serkan. Number 12, Akkenisa. Number 11, Ünal Vela. And the subs, Koruk Baris Emre, Yilmaz, Sabri, Kazan, Niha, Ademir Hamdi, Kartal Emrah. And I think I read the surnames out first. We're just letting you know that when we take part in the game, that will be reversed. The head coach, Ali Geng, will be looking for his team to get on the board and get a win early. So later on, these are the big games, the fixtures. France are playing Türkiye right now, but the number 1 nation, Ukraine, will be taking on Spain, and then it's the host nation, which will be a raucous atmosphere in this building. England will face Japan, And both of those games will decide who will play for all the marbles tomorrow in the final. That is your fixtures for today. So, in a couple of hours, we're going to witness Ukraine take on Spain in the first semi-final, and then we'll see the host nation, England, in the second semi, go up against extremely dangerous Japan team. But before that, we have the small matter of deciding who will finish 5th, 6th and 7th in terms of world rankings. France, Turkey and Italy cannot finish in the top 4, but will face off in a mini tournament running alongside today's semi-final games and tomorrow's final. Within the group stages, there's already been one of these games played, and because Italy beat France, they will accumulate 3 points already. Today, France will take on Turkey, and then tomorrow, Turkey will meet the Italians. The points from these games will be totaled up to determine those world rankings. But big news in, France are missing key players for today's game. Both Alexis Mundabites and Sekou Sonko picking up too many yellow cards to play in today's contest. And the ball has been kicked off. We have 20 minutes on the clock in this first half. Turkey will regain control. They'll play it nicely about, known for their ball going side to side. Atkin, the captain, will knock it across to the number 14. Good defending by Madal. He'll break free and it will be a French throw. So Madul trying to break out already onto that France attack. He did such a good job in the group stages of leading the line. The other man who received the ball here, Jean Gurry, showed that he can be versatile and play both defence and up front. And off goes Madul. He'll look to get in on goal. He'll turn inside, and a good tackle by the number 14, the very impressive Deangach. It's a great ball, and it's doing the first chance of the game. And the number 7, Sedat Konu, couldn't believe his luck. Taken by surprise in a way. As you see the replay, it was right to his feet, and he just swung a left peg. And Matteo Bouchard will be grateful that one's in his hands. He is Jean Garay. He looked for Madul. It's taken off by Sedat Konu. He has the ball. He's plenty of space in front of him. The French team already sits it back. Dejan Chach will knock it wide. Acton will control. Back over to Konu. Acton will see plenty of the ball. He's the captain. The leadership on display in those group stages. Impeccable by that young man. Cut out by Jean Garay. He'll storm out of defence and he'll look for his buddy already. Him and Madul linking up well, but that time it was given away. Atkin knocks it back and it'll roll through to the keeper. A little bit of a late challenge by Garay. France, as we say, already piling up those yellow cards. That's why they are only down to one lone substitute today. So if things get a little bit hectic in the second half, they're just going to have to leave it all out there and see it through. Ball is at the feet of Acton. He knocks it wide. Dejancic will take over. A little bit of a slow start by the Turks, but they'll be more than happy with regaining possession. The ball doesn't yet seem to be threatening their goal, so the more that happens, the more they'll be happier. But right under the foot, uncharacteristically, Acton lets that ball go through. It's back to Bouchard. He'll take his time and knock it back to Riquetti. It's down the line again to Gurry, who was involved in so much play against the Spaniards the other day, and no doubt will be involved in so much of it today. Dejan Chach will bring it out. Acton will take it on the left. It's a good ball down the left-hand side, and Sonu is really putting himself about, going from left to right. The shot is blocked by Madul. Doesn't really know where that ball is, but it runs all the way through to maybe the keeper, or maybe that one will go out for a goal kick. It surely does, and it will be kicked in by the goalkeeper, Baris Aka, who doesn't look like he's had much to do. And with this French team being low on numbers, the game plan will be to sit back, conserve energy and take it to the Turks, maybe in the second half, if they can keep the score at 0-0 or at least level. Far from a training exercise, this game. Sometimes when you don't make it through to the semi-finals and the final, there's a bit of a letdown in intensity. These guys are still playing for world rankings. That could have come into play with the England scenario yesterday in terms of points were tied. disciplinary records were tied, it would have ended up going on world rankings. And what a tackle there, as we see getting all the way back. The number 11, Velo Unau, who tracked back. But it comes to Goody, who strikes that against the bar. He has a second bite of the cherry. But what a hit with his left peg. Precision at his finest. And I think the keeper, Badisaka, may have clipped that one. If he did get a touch, and what a fantastic save that's proven to be. Score remains France 0, Turkey 0. Just over 4 minutes, under 4 minutes, sorry, being played in this one. Dejan Čač moves forward. It's a nice ball. Looks for the return from Acton, but it's broken up once again. Well played by Goody, who's already had a shot that's hit the woodwork and showing his defensive qualities as well. So much in this futsal competition really relies on people being versatile. It's not necessarily designated positions. Some people can just do things better than others, but this guy, Jean Garay, has been putting himself about the field wherever is needed for his team. Julien Riquetti will pass that ball back to Garay. He'll look to go backwards, play the sensible ball to the goalkeeper, and he does. And Bouchard applauds that. It's right back at the feet of Garay. And it's a great ball to Madul, and he's in with a scoring opportunity. And how quickly did Barisaka close that gap? He's absolutely furious with his defenders. It looked like they were totally out of position. But hold on a minute. They're going to have to defend a little bit more as a corner is given to the French. Mehdi Madul will take that corner deep from the left-hand side. Jean Garay will only be 5 yards away. It's skipped. It's to Riquetti. He'll drive, and that woodwork in exactly the same position has been tested again. What a strike by Riquetti. And I think, if I'm being honest, Baris Aka was well and truly beat. Yes, he was. Never got a touch to it, and that ball would have gone right into the top corner. Into the game, the silver-haired diminutive Yilmaz for Turkey. Mass substitutions, and that ball has somehow gone in. I was a little bit reluctant to get excited because it came from absolutely nowhere. Hamad Ademir will take credit. If we can see on the replay, it was a shot come cross, and he just played the ball into the area, and somehow Yilmaz intentionally maybe jumped over that ball and surprised Bouchard. 1-0 Turkey. Good skill by Madul. Into the game, Sebastian Desoil. That's the one substitution. Knocked wide and wasted by Bouchard, but mass substitutions from the Turkey team. They know they'll try wear this French team down. Emre Kartal has the ball. He knocks it sideways. Meir Kazan tries to play the through ball, and Emre Kartal says, why didn't you play it right? The playmaker Yilmaz was all on his own, ready to cause some disruption. Didn't receive it that time. The ball comes across the halfway line, and the French team will go back. It's an errant ball, but it's picked up, and a 50-50 challenge from both Desoil, who was limping in the game against Spain, picked up a nasty injury. He's soldiering on this one due to having no choice, really. It's back with the number 8, Emre Kartal. He looked to play a lovely ball, and what a ball by Kartal. The absolute precision of that pass, it cut the defence in two, and Yilmaz should have scored. It's a good ball back to the number 10, the captain, Meir Kazan. Sorry, not the captain. The captain is Acton, and how could we forget that after the role he played? But Yilmaz is in, and France are on the ropes. 1-0 down, could have been 3. Madua will bring it inside. He'll go across to Garay, and there's that man again. Emre Kartal, not only playing well defensively, but really spraying that ball around. It's a bad touch from Sadi Yilmaz, and he just has to get his bearings. He had a goal-scoring opportunity, which you think he should have scored, and he's just swung a leg out, and he gives the French another chance to attack. Jean Garay says, can lightning strike twice? But that one's way off target. Ended up at the fire exit. Beautiful day outside today in Wolverhampton. Inside we're just warming up, and it's an easier chance for the number 9, Hamad Adamir. But what are the France team doing defensively? No one in the vicinity, and Adamir found himself with acres of space. Should have scored. Surely now there's a second goal on the horizon, and bad news for Matteo Bouchard as we're already making a substitution. Unfortunately, he looks like he's a little bit dazed, but fortunately the substitution is a goalkeeper. Welcome onto the field of play, Antoine Charbonnier. But already a second goal, and Antoine Charbonnier, before I could even look back at the screen, has conceded again. It's 2-0 to the Turks. There's that man Yilmaz. We wasted a couple of chances, but robbed his opponent and smashed that ball. Welcome to the game, Antoine Charbonnier. Take that. 2-0, and what a great start by Turkey. France are stunned. Ball is with Emre Kartal. He'll knock it inside. France have a chance to come out, and one guy that won't give it up is Jean Guri. He's been known to carry the fight to whoever it is, whether it's Spain or Turkey. He's been a soldier for this French national team. Here's Yilmaz. He'll strike that ball again, and a good save that time by the keeper. Corner ball. Yilmaz will look to take this one short. No, he won't. He'll cross it over, and it's picked up by Madoul. Great skill. Great two-footed play, but once again, there's the number 8, Emre Kartal. He knocks it across. It's at the feet of Mea Kazan. It takes a deflection, and once again, we have probably a third or fourth corner deep on the right side to the Turkey team. It will now go short, and it's Kazan. Kazan will take his time. It's a bad ball, but surely he'll just nick that back to the goalkeeper. No, he won't. He'll do a few step overs, and he'll say, everybody calm down. I've got the ball, and it's another diagonal ball, but this time it's cut out by Riquetti. Will he play the right ball? He'll knock it to Madoul, and a really tame shot. But there is Guri, who had a chance to score. And two really good back-to-back saves by Barisaka. But Guri retains possession. It's a good ball through the legs. It's Riquetti, back to Guri. And great link-up play by the two French as the big fella goes into the box and tries to detonate another bomb towards that Turkey net. This time doesn't happen. The referee struggling to get hold of that ball. Finally does. A bit of a comedy moment there for the referee. I'm sure when he watches it back he'll have a little bit of a laugh, but Guri just blasts the ball, and well blocked by the Turkey defence. 12 minutes 20 remaining in this one. Madoul comes inside. It's nicked away at the last minute by Mea Kazan, who is playing well defensively, and he knows the French team will come back at them. He'll have to have a few more of those interceptions. Both Kazan and Yilmaz will sit in like a semi-wall just inside the penalty area on the right-hand side, attacking. French team attacking left to right, and now are having a good spell. Yilmaz overruns and he downs the referee just out of our screen. A beautiful moment as the referee there having a couple of moments where he's dropped the ball, he's been lied on. He's been part of the game in more ways than one. Always wondered if you ever had the chance to run into a referee. You keep going, but these guys have been impeccable in this tournament, so fully sporting. Great interception. Once again, you're watching Sebastian Desoil. He's playing lane, he's playing almost on one leg. You can see him just walking around. He's really a man down for the French team, but no option to keep on going. At some point, is it an option to possibly change him, put him in goals and play one of the keepers out, because his mobility, I would say, is about 15-20%. 4 for 4 substitutions. Atkin goes into the box, and the captain just overplayed that ball, was looking for the nice touch back to Sedat Konu, who'd made another very good run. Riquetti will square that ball. The left peg of Desailly. It's a beautiful touch, and what a touch there by Jean Garay. The touch of a midwife as that ball goes out to the right hand side. Garay will resume play. Desailly takes it on, and although he's playing on one leg, he's still willing to take that fight down the right hand side. Doesn't get past. A very, very mobile play with the number 11, Vela Uno. So ball comes to Riquetti, he'll drive that, and another good save by Baris Aka. If you are just joining us, we have just over 11 minutes to play in this first half, and France have been rocked. It's a 2-0 Turkey lead, and both goals coming out of absolutely nothing, but it is what it is, and it's an uphill battle for this French team, who have two players who are not able to play today. Sekou Sonko and Alexis Mundabites can only sit and watch in the stands as they picked up too many yellow cards to take part in the contest. The other bad news is the reliable keeper Matteo Bouchard seems to have picked up an injury. Fortunately, the substitution, Antoine Charbonnier, has come on. That means that French, what you see is what you get, and they're going to have to play this one all the way through. Picked up by Garay. He'll lose it now, and it was a late tackle and could have played advantage. The Turks are probably arguing that it should have been, but it will be resumed, and it moves to Acton. He nonchalantly plays that ball across, and there's Dianchach once again. He'll knock it wide, and Vela Uno will knock it back to him. No rush for the Turkey team. Dianchach tries his luck, it rebounds to Acton. It's a beautiful ball, a precision ball by Acton. He threaded the needle, and right there, if you see on the replay, Sedat Konu taking up another great position. His positional play has been phenomenal, but just unable to have the end result. It's a good tackle by Jean Garay, and it results in a French goalkeeper ball. He will roll the ball out slowly. It will be with Sébastien Desailly, who looks to be moving a little bit better. Mind over matter by the French number 5. As he kind of telling himself right now, I'm okay, I'm going to play through this. Not an easy task, but you can't fault him for the effort that he's given up for his country. Dianchach will bring it out. It goes left to Acton, just inside the French half on the right side. The number 11, Vela Uno. It was a bad ball, and Medul has taken, and it's a one-on-one. Will he pick the right side? He does. He goes through the legs of Baris Aka, and the breakaway goal. And the French are saying, "We." What an exceptional goal as he comes over to his team that are in the stands. And they are alive. 2-1. Turkey, France striking back. Just under 10 minutes remaining in this first half. This one is a great game already. Turkey again in possession, and the French team smell blood. Beautiful pass there by Jean Garay, and it was just not caught up by Medul, but those two are linking up very, very well in this game. Both the blind game yesterday and the partially sighted game, both men's and women's in the blind section and the men's in the partially section. It seems like these teams come in waves, and it's a game of runs. For a couple of minutes, one team will dominate, and then it'll be taken over 3 or 4 minutes by the other team, and vice versa. It's can you sustain the pressure of the run and possibly counter-attack? It's another diagonal ball, and Jean Garay heads that one out. Head and shoulders above anyone else on the field. He always has an advantage when it's upstairs, but nevertheless can play with the ball at his feet well. Very versatile player for this French national team. It's a good ball inside, and once again that sideways run by Sedat Konu was just off target. The ball is through the keeper. It's a good ball across by Desailly. Well played, and a nice touch by Jean Garay but he's shouldered out by Vela Uno. Back it goes towards that French goal, and the ball is off on the right hand side. It will be a Türkiye kicking. It's played short to Acton. He tries that diagonal ball, not on this time, and off we go. And there always is the danger of Madul. He has the ball at his feet, nearly through the legs of Acton. Shooting chance, and I think, to be fair, Badisaka had that one covered. Good goalkeeping as we see the replay. He opened up his body in goals and let that ball fizzle past, refusing to touch it. Excellent goalkeeping by the Türkiye keeper. Acton sprays it across. It's Dejancic who lets fly. Not a good decision really there from the ever reliable Dejancic. And a timeout is called by the French, and you would expect them to use all their timeouts that they have in the game just to give their team breathers, a chance to take on liquids, have a little bit of a team talk. But they're back in this game at 2-1. It's France 1, Turkey 2. So back to the action, and the French will start play again. It'll be at the feet of Jean Garay. He's been involved in every little thing in this game. His fingerprints are all over this one. Ball goes out off Riquete. They are clearly missing the influential Alexis Mundabites against Spain. He was arguably the man of the match. He really puts himself about. He's involved in every aspect. Good and tenacious in the defence, but on the ball he's as cool as the other side of the pillow. He really knows how to get this done, and they're missing him. He's sat in the stands, and I can just see him just not enjoying being sat there. So hopefully we'll see him back in future tournaments, or maybe even this next game. The ball is with Yilmaz of Turkey. He'll knock it across. There's the number 8, who is the playmaker in those 2 goals earlier on in Mercato. He'll provide width, and will it come back to him on the left side? No, it won't. And there's that needle threading ball. This time it was provided by Maya Kazan. It didn't get all the way through to the other substitute that has come in, Adam Adamir, who already has 1 goal to his name. Could have scored again as well. It's been that much pressure from the Turks. The ball was with Yilmaz. Oh, good skill by Madul. Not that time. The curse of the commentator as the ball goes out. And the Silver Fox, Yilmaz, sprays it right. It's back to his feet. He's settled in now after missing a couple of early chances. He's got himself a goal. Adamir tries to play that ball, and it's quite simple for the French. That ball is going to try to go straight through the middle. Are they going to be alert to that? Looks like they've clocked on. Turkey have had no joy with that ball in the last 5 minutes. There it is again, and the French team have really looked at that in the timeout strategically, and it's paid dividends. Good job by the French coach, Jean-Marie Nagu. He's not giving up. He's still barking orders to his team. Ball out. It would be lucky there as Sebastian Desoil dancing with the enemy, and the enemy was Mercato. He nearly robbed him and had a chance of scoring. That lucky for Desoil that ball did go out of bounds. And Mercato will start the ball off again. It's with the number 10, Meir Kazan. He'll take it over the halfway line It's back to Cartel. It goes to Yilmaz. Was there a handball? There wasn't. And this play on. And is Jean Garay favourite to get to that one? And what a tackle it was by Kazan. We've seen that a couple of times. Him coming across and eliminating any scoring opportunity from the French. Good defending by the number 10 for Turkey. There's another ball on the field right now. The referee spots that and he will stop play. It's a back heel into his own goal nearly with the ball by Baris Aka, who's probably kicking that ball, seeing a little bit more action this half than he would have expected. But Turkey are still 2-1 up and still firmly in the driving seat. On the other hand, the French team will be more than happy that they are still in this one, and one more goal will level it. And I am saying, with the expertise of Jean Garay, they are more than capable to go on in the second half and win this one. It's with Yilmaz. It's knocked back across Dejan Čač. Good movement by this Turkey team. That's the one thing, as you see Yilmaz going right to left. The ball is at the feet of the diminutive playmaker. He'll go back. Is there a shooting opportunity? There was. Number 10, Mia Kazan, spotted that little gap, but this time comes up short. It's with Dejan Čač. Goes to Ademir. He'll turn and strike one. More hope than anything else, but it's back out and the pressure will be applied once again with Ademir. Maybe he can come left. He chooses to. It's with Dejan Čač, who has a little bit of daylight in front of him. Ademir with a shooting opportunity and a training ground routine goal as Dejan Čač laid that ball across, setting up Hamid Ademir, and the strike was like lightning. Absolute beauty that rocketed right into that top corner. France, no chance. 2-1, the French team were more than happy, but Ademir says, take that. 3-1, 2 goals personally to Ademir, and he's having fun out there. It's another good tackle by Mia Kazan. But to their credit, France responding well and attacking down the other end. The ball is with Desailly. He looks to toe poke that one, and although he's a little bit lame, managed to curl that one round the defender and test the hands and sting the palms of Baris Aka, who pushes that one to safety. Quite a routine save for the goalie, but nevertheless good threat from the French. Good ball for the open space for Riquetti. Nice touch by Madul, but well backed up once again by Kazan. Kazan, for me, has just not allowed this French team to get going. Kind of defensive midfielder role as Garay takes it on. But going back to Kazan, anything the French have thrown at them, he's always been there to thwart that attack. He's a very, very smart player. Has the ball right now, the number 10. He's good at going forward, usually picks the right ball. That one is the wrong one, and the curse of the commentator comes in again, but up until that point, he'd be near perfect. And right now, one of the main reasons that Turkey is sit on this 3-1 lead with just under 5 minutes to go in this first half. The ball is with Yilmaz. It's a bad ball this time, and I think the French team will start coming back into this one, and if they can get a goal before half-time, it'll be a very interesting second half. Nevertheless, Turkey have substitutions looking to come on. Yilmaz will go off, and into the game the captain Akten also going off. The goal scorer Hamid Ademir, he's replaced by the number 7, the wily Sedat Koni. Ball is with Dejan Čač. So much possession for him in the last game in the group stages. He was on the left side, but looks like today he's playing a more of a freer role, moving from side to side. Konu strikes the ball, and another good save. It doesn't look like we're going to see the first choice keeper, Matteo Bouchard, anymore. He's not moved on that bench. It doesn't look like he's going to be a part of this one. So, French team, just reminding you, will play with the 5 they have. No substitutions left. And Desailly coming in with a tackle, risking injury, but what a great ball it is, and that ball is there again. Threading the needle, Dejan Čač. Beautiful pass. As I've said before, Konu takes up an absolutely great position, and as the replay has been going on, we're going to have another one because there's been a goal scored. We'll We'll take you through the action. As we were playing the replay, so thick and fast these Türkiye team are coming. A goal is scored, and what a goal it was. As we can see straight from the corner, it comes out and it's Dihančić that blasts that ball, and the immobile Desayol just tried to get out of the way, but an unsighted keeper. And what a finish by Dihančić. 4-1 Turkey. Is there any way back for this French team? Goody will take that ball on. He'll look to link up with Madul. They did so well in the first moments of that first half, but out of the blue, Turkey have come in like a whirlwind and just shocked this French team. They'll slow it down now. It seems that the pace of the game is played at whatever Serkan Dihančić says. Bad news also, the impressive Akten is with the ball right now. He goes for a shot, he'll knock it back to Dihančić. No rush for this Turkey team, but they're really, really enjoying themselves. And nearly another goal, and somehow Jean Guri ended up knocking that out with his right foot. Good defensive play by the big man, somehow fortuitous, but was able to clear. Another certain goal from Konu, but he's robbed the defence, but it's good defending by Dihančić and excellent footwork. As he picks that ball up again, he'll knock it to Konu. Nice 1-2. It's left and it goes out to Akten. Akten will have a little bit of space and says, let's slow it down. Not a problem for this Türkiye team with just under 3 minutes remaining in this first half. There's that diagonal ball, and that time it was wasted. It's a one-on-one opportunity for a split second. Madul had a notion in going at the defence, but then he saw Dihančić and thought better of it. Desayol really struggling, and he's very frustrated. He's not even trying to get back. So France not only playing with limited numbers, they're playing with one lane player in Desayol. It goes to Akten. It's a beautiful cross. And at this elite sporting level on the international stage, there's no room for sympathy. And Turkey have executed everything they can to down this French team. Whether they've got less players, whether they've got players injured, it's not any of Turkey's business. They've gone about their task as any team would. And they've smelt blood from the get-go. And that is the reason they are in a commanding lead of 4-1. 2 minutes to play in this first half. Riquetti moves the ball on to Jean Guri. He has been a shining light for this French team. Nothing more than admirable to see him play, but it's a free kick given away and a correct decision. It was a late one. The referee tried to play advantage, but definitely Dihančić brought him down. He'll be replaced now by Yilmaz. And standing over the ball, the French number 10, Mehdi Madul. Can he conjure up some sort of wizardry to find this ball in the top corner, maybe? And he'll try. He'll blast that ball, and it wasn't a bad effort, but easily covered by the impressive Baris Aka, who's made a few early saves early on before the scores were on the doors. And that is the reason the France team have only got one goal. A one-on-one opportunity, seems like an eternity ago, scored by Madul. And we do see keeper back on, and it looks like Matteo Bouchard has regathered his bearings and has come back into the game. Desayol will knock it square. Riquetti. For me, Riquetti has to chance it and get forward. Desayol, playing injured, has to sit back. But Riquetti is the extra man, and a lot rests on the shoulders of Jean Guri and Mehdi Madul, but they can't carry the fight for the full day. Riquetti, you know it's tough, but you're going to have to step up and be countered and come forward. The ball is with Konu. He knocks it wide. It's at the feet of the 2 goals. It's a wasted cross by Yilmaz, but it was at the feet of Hamid Adamia. I beg your pardon. Into the last minute of the first half, Madul will pick the ball up on the right side. He'll waste that opportunity, and back goes Uno. Uno will try go on the right side. It's a good ball, and it looked like it was going through But once again, Riquetti wastes possession. That's a better idea. But Ademir will once again come forward. Looks like Turkey always have numbers. And can they move this ball back? It was the wrong decision. Sedat Konu once again takes up a good position. Great defending by Yilmaz. You know, Chingaray was bearing down on him, and Yilmaz just shadowed him towards that sideline and let him have a go from 30 yards out. Never going to beat the impressive Barisaka from there. Turkey will play out the remainder of these 20 seconds. Maybe have a shot on goal. Konu will come inside. He'll knock it to Yilmaz. It's a nice one too. Konu receives it again on the right side. Turkey still in possession. Will they have one last strike on goal? It's with Yilmaz, and it's headed out by Sebastian Desoil. And with 3 seconds left, we're getting ready for the teams to go to the break as they pick up their water on the sideline. And France will be so down in that locker room. So that will do it for the first half. And the French team have been on the ropes since the early seconds, but we're going to leave it for there, and we're going to get back to you in the second half. Right here from the University of Wolverhampton in the partially sighted men's competition. It's France 1, Turkey 4.
IBSA, International Blind Sports Federation, presents, with the support of the International Paralympic Committee, IBSA Anti-Doping App, the first application of its kind in the Paralympic movement, specifically designed for blind and visually impaired people. Athletes, coaches, medical staff, managers, and the public in general now have a powerful tool to stay focused on the principles of clean sport. Scrolling down the main menu, you can find all the important themes you need to know to play fair and be alert to testing procedures and necessary adaptations for athletes with visual impairments. IBSA gives top priority to anti-doping control, being the only international federation with 3 sports in the Paralympic family: goalball, football, and judo. IBSA Anti-Doping App has external links, namely to WADA, where our sport agents can always find the most updated information, especially the list of prohibited substances and methods. Glory in sport can only be achieved by the athlete's awareness of their rights and responsibilities. You can find them on the IBSA Anti-Doping App. IBSA is continuously promoting anti-doping education to all its affiliate athletes and sport agents, not only about the consequences of the use of doping and the risk of using supplements. IBSA believes that education is the major tool to fight doping in sport. Informed athletes can make better decisions. Download the app now at the usual operating system stores.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have seen history being made today.
Such a great team at these championships.
IBSA. Beyond sight. Feel the sport.
Welcome back after a short break at half-time. We're back at the University of Wolverhampton, Walsall campus. If you can see the court right now, we have the Türkiye team all ready to go. No coincidence that the French team are not out here yet. They won't be relishing this second half. They've scored one, but Türkiye really giving it to them, scoring 4 goals. So the half-time score, France, Türkiye 4, and just going through a different scenario if you're just tuning in. You know, France are missing key players, Alexis Munderbites and Sekou Sonko, both picking up too many yellow cards to play in today's contest. They're also playing with an injured Sebastian Desoil, who's given his all, but obviously he's limited in what he can do. So this is the scenario. Who will finish 5th, 6th and 7th? France, Türkiye and Italy cannot finish in the top 4, but will face off in a mini tournament that runs alongside today's semi-final games. With the group stages, there's already been 1 game played, and because Italy beat France, they will take those 3 points into that group. Today France will take on Türkiye as they're doing, and then tomorrow Türkiye will meet the Italians. The points from these games will be accumulated to determine those world rankings. And if I've mentioned earlier, world rankings are extremely important, not only for the prestige of what they do, but also going into tournaments. They count in certain situations. So those world rankings are very important to play, and this French team won't be taking that lightly. They'll want to halve this deficit by at least 10 minutes remaining. They'll want to get 1 or 2 and then try to get that final goal to level these scores so they're not beaten. It will be a tough task as players missing, and a demoralised French team right now as they walk out will have to really be positive and carry the fight towards this resilient Türkiye team. So later on today, the number 1 seed in the world, Ukraine, the powerhouse of Ukraine, will be taking on Spain. Spain, fresh from their success in the women's game yesterday, will be really up for this one. Can they make it to a final in this partially sighted tournament and perhaps beat whoever comes after that? And whoever comes after that will be either the host nation England or the really tricky team of Japan. So 2 more games we're looking forward to, 2 big semi-finals, all on YouTube here and all at the University of Wolverhampton. We're going to kick off France playing right to left. It will be Mehdi Madoul to kick off. He'll look to go back to his buddy Jean Garay, who's been very impressive despite the scoreline. Referees just checking with the goalkeepers that they are all ready. Everything looks underway and the whistle will be blown. 20 seconds in this second half, and the referee says, I'm not happy with that, ball was not on the spot. It's moved again, and the referee, being more than pedantic, will let that one go. There's bigger fish to fry, but the Türkiye team will take it on, and the number 10, very impressive both offensively and defensively. Oh, and the ball just changed tone of voice because Atkin rattled that woodwork, and it was a sure goal, and it just came off the upright. So unlucky. Turkey are nearly getting their 5th. Turkey again in possession. They're moving the ball exceptionally well. It'll be Emre Kartal, who didn't start in the first half, but starts in this second half. The ball is given away by Dejan Jac. Very uncharacteristic of Dejan Jac to give that ball away. He'll move it across to Kazan. Kazan involved in everything. Atkin plays it out for a corner, and just if you're looking at the screen does say first half, but we are definitely in the second half. There is no score at 1-4. It hasn't been changed on some, but just to clarify, we are just under 2 minutes gone in this second half. France trailing Türkiye 4-1. So So France 1, Turkey 1. And we have 18 minutes 40 left to play in the second half of this one in the University of Wolverhampton. The number 10 Kazan brings it away from goal. Plenty of space and possibly too much space for Emre Kartal. I'm not sure if he gets another opportunity to take that one. And Dianchach blasts it. The French defence, and it does look early like this French team just want to get this one over, but I'm sure a second goal from them as Riquetti moves out. And for me, Riquetti, who had such a good game against the Spain team a couple of days ago, he's been poor for me on this one, wasting too many balls. Possession is the key for both of these teams and has been all week long. Giving away possession and counter-attacking against you is a dangerous game. So possession 9/10 of the law. And another diagonal ball there as Kazan tried to set Acton free. Matteo Bouchard could have picked that one up, but decides to blast it to safety. Dianchach will inbound. Kazan back to Dianchach. It's a hit and hope, really. A good defending by Madou. Kazan will have the ball. It's a very, very intelligent no-look pass that he tried to make to Acton. Acton, unfortunately, unable to gather it. Ball will go out of bounds. It will go out on the right-hand side. It will be a Turkey ball. It will be that man again, Kartal, who will inbound it. Nice shielding by Acton. He offloads. And it goes back to Dianchach. Maestro just inside that French half. He's been able to sit back as Kartal lets fly. Nothing doing. Back to Kartal. He'll have plenty of time to come forward. He's really enjoyed that role. He's been free-flowing. If you watch him, the number 8 for Turkey, he's gone wherever he wants to go on this pitch. And that is the commitment, as you see, of Jean Gurry. He has been nothing short of all power in this tournament. He's left everything out there, Jean Garay, and you have to give it to him. Hats off to that man. He's really played with some passion, as you would expect, playing for the national team, but just going back to Emre Kartal. He's found himself in all kinds of positions. The camera's just zoomed in on him now, and it's shown us, oh, if you could have a heat map of where he's gone, you'll be burning up this rubber today. He's been all over this one. And we've got a Riquetti coming through on goal. Oh, and he just took his time. And he has just not been up to the speed of this one. Could have played Madou in. But there's a wasted opportunity for France. Jean Garay still weaving and believing. Tries to get the shot in, but a good save. It's across with Dianchach. He'll play a nice ball. That time Riquetti was right there as he cuts the ball out. Desoil will knock it back to Jean Gurry. Gurry will play that ball and it will be too much. Flat-footed was Mehdi Madou, not on the move when he needed to be. The ball will be back at the feet of Dianchach. Kartal will knock it and he'll continue to move. He'll get that ball back. It's like a training ground routine for Kartal. He's really, really loving the football. But taken over by the French and they lose out. And Atkin comes out and Kartal thought he'd gone again. But Desoil, who didn't really want to make the tackle, doesn't want to have to do much running, has to come out in defence. And for me, that has to be Riquetti making that run. Desoil obviously just making up the numbers. And, you know, give it to Desoil. He's really, really come and played, and he's give everything he's got. Everything he's got has been about 60-70% at best. But he's really trying for his team. You have to admire that. But for me, Riquetti has to see that there's a man down, and he has to take that fight onto the Turks. It's a good ball across. It's at the feet of Dianchach. He'll knock it back. It's a poor touch, but regained by the number 10, Kazan. Looks like it's going to be a French ball. Indeed it is. The referee was right on the spot. And Desoil will play that ball, and there's an infringement, and definitely knew what he was doing. A smart play by Adamir, but he takes the yellow card, but in the process stops the goal scoring opportunity as it was taken by Desoil. And it would have been Madoul in on goal. He's already been in that situation in the first half. He's the lone scorer for France. Into the game, the intelligent play of Sedat Konu. Out goes Emre Kartal, so like for like in terms of how those guys have been playing. And Sedat Konu, what a great performance. One of the reasons that this French team just trekked like an amoeba. It had to be moved in so many different ways in this first half, and at times looked all over the place, like a jellyfish in an amoeba at times. Ball is at the feet of the French centre-back. Desoil will knock it back to Bouchard. Bouchard, the extra man, playing in goals. Waste that one. We'll give the chance for Adamir, who won 2 goals. Will bring that ball out. The score, if you're just joining us, it's France 1, Turkey 4, with just under 15 minutes remaining in this second half. And really, it's been all Turkey, and they could have gone, I would say, 7 goals to the good. But here is another chance, and just as I talk about how dominant they have been, how they walk through practice goal. The ball was played into the right side. I think it was the number 10 that created the diagonal run. Meir Kazan moving off the ball as he picked up that one. We see it there, he is in the corner. And Sedat Konu has moved exceptionally well. Just ghosts into that box, and with the left peg gives the keeper Matteo Bouchard no chance. And Turkey just keep inflicting this pain on this French team. Question for me is, how many is it going to be? I could see 7 or 8 as they come forward again. It should have been the 6th goal, as Adamir already has 2. Could have put himself on the hat-trick, but in fairness, it's a great save by Bouchard. Good block by Jean Gurry. You can see the body language of the 2 people on the French bench. Just sat there, they fully know what's going to happen. This one is over. However, will these guys play for pride? France playing in the blue tops and white shorts, red socks. They are playing for their country. They will not want to let themselves down. Turkey come forward once again. It's the number 10, Kazan. He's been involved in everything that's good, and for once a bad ball by Konu, but the speed and the great footwork of Diangac will pick that one up. What a tournament he's had. Ball is with Adamir. He'll go back to Kazan, an overhit pass, and he claps his hands and apologises to his teammate who'd made another great run down that right hand side. Maybe a chance for Turkey to make some substitutions. It can't be long before we see the control of Yilmaz, and another good save by Matteo Bouchard. You could argue that even though he's been off the sub, Matteo Bouchard has been a very, very good player for this French team, and still they've conceded 5, so that just goes to show how much one-way traffic we've had in this one. Turkey will take back over, and a great cross, and like a knife through butter, that ball was just put through the defence, and an acrobatic try by Adamir. That one possibly would have been goal of the tournament. Bouchard yells to his players, I've got that one, but then waste possession. Adamir will come back at him. He'll provide the ball, and Konu, it's lovely footwork. It takes a little bit too long. No time for dancing, sir, as he has the opportunity to score, and Adamir says, I'll unleash one, but the chance was gone. And Sedat Konu, if the score had been 0-0, I'm sure the Turkey bench would have been in absolute uproar as he caught that ball, danced around, failed to pull the trigger. Nice lobbed ball there, and the French had a 2-on-1. De Soil with the smart ball and just couldn't bring it in. Madua lets that one go. Here's Kazan. It's a nice ball. Sedat Konu with the impressive run. The back post is free and the nutmegs doesn't quite come off. And Adamia once again took up that good position on that back post. It's Medal. He'll go back. He'll go back to Riquetti. Riquetti will play it nicely. And it's a good spell here by the French, but they do lose out. And all of a sudden, there's a threat. Medal doesn't pick that one. Dejančac takes it on, and once again, Konu will dance on this ball. He'll go back to Dejančac. And the Türkiye team must be thinking, when are you going to have a shot for the big number 7 up front? Possibly that will be his last action. And they'll get some more firepower on as the number 11, Veli Uno, prepares to enter the fold. Türkiye coach just contemplating who he will sacrifice for this substitution. Lots of time to make that decision as they're in the luxury of this 5-1 lead. 11 minutes just over remaining. France lose possession, and Riquetti with the smart ball tries to get Guray going. And there he tries to run good. He tries to rob the defender and just caught, no intention there, just caught the number 10 a little bit late. Saying everybody calm down, it was unintentional, and great sportsmanship there by Jean Guray. He's really played at a high level, but what sportsmanship, as he could have 5-1 down, really been frustrated. That's a class act by Jean Guray. It's a good ball to Adamia. He'll look to thread that needle once more, and Medin comes, and it's a one-on-one chance if he can get his body across. He does exceptionally well, and so tough of an angle. He did all the hard work. He got his body across the defender there, won the one-on-one battle, and he was so unlucky. That's a great effort by the French number 10. Guray slides in, and it comes off Adamia, and it goes out, but the corner will be given, surprisingly, as Kazan knocks it forward. Oh, what a goal! Out of absolutely nothing. Dejančac says take that, and he will take probably no further part as he goes to the bench. But what a way to leave this game. Elvis has left the building as he takes a seat. What a beautiful curler in the top corner. And what a superstar he's been in this tournament. Beautiful finish by the number 14, Serkan Dejančac. Timeout being called. Give everyone a chance to breathe, and I'm hoping that they're going to show this one again, because what a stunner it was. He just picked that ball up, looked like there was nothing doing. Kazan knocked it back to him, he took one touch and then said bang, and that ball precisionally ended up right in that stanchion. What a finish. That is probably the goal of the game. So, France, desperate measures with 10 minutes to go. Not only down 6-1, also down players. If you're just joining us for the remainder of this one, this game is more than over. The reason being, France have been hampered by players on yellow cards. So if you look at their bench now, there's only 6 players available, and 1 substitute is the goalkeeper. So we have an injury to one of the French players. Sébastien Desoil has played heroically through this one, but it's not made much of a difference, and the Türkiye team have not been sympathetic in any way, playing some great football, some great team goals, and with 10 minutes remaining they still have a chance to extend this, and it could be anyone's bet how many goals are going to be scored, but I can't see that being the last one the way Türkiye are playing. The ball is with Jean Guray. He'll knock it across, and he won't. He'll try to take it on, and it's robbed by Adamia, and he'll strike one. Falls back again to Uno, and the substitute keeper just coming on for France. Number 16, Antoine Charbonnier, replaces Matteo Bouchard, who probably is lucky to get out of the line of fire. There's been 6 goals gone in this one, and he won't have enjoyed any one of those. The ball is with Kazan. Takes his eye off it for that moment, and it drifts only a yard out of bounds, but the referee was right there to spot it. Riquetti will resume play from the right side. He tries to go long, and it will go all the way through to the number 12 in goals for France. Not had much to do, sorry, for Türkiye. Not had much to do with the number 12, the goalkeeper, Baris and Emre Colin. The ball is with Kazan. Still moving is Ademir. He senses another goal. There's that ball, and what a save as it happened. They're surely going to get a replay on that one, that would have been possibly team goal of the day, as the ball was fizzed in and out of play as it went from Kazan. There's Yilmaz with the exceptional run. He lays it on a plate, and how did that ball stay out? Much credit to Charbonnier. A phenomenal save. Keeps the scores at 6-1. More than a hit and hope, and Riquetti will chase possession. He won't keep it in, but if only we would see more of that prowess from Riquetti in the first half and early second half, this may have been a different story. However, he's not the main thing to blame. Türkiye have just been that good. Good tackle by the number 10 there, Mea Kazan. And you have to also admire the professionalism of this Türkiye team. They have not missed a beat. At 6-1 up, it's probably human nature that you take your foot off the gas. Not this team, who have inflicted pain time and time again on this more than down French team. Kazan has the ball at his feet. He'll knock it wide to Ademir, who'll come inside. He'll give it back to his buddy Kazan. Kazan will unleash a speculative effort. It's blocked by Mehdi Madoul, and once again Türkiye will have the ball deep into the French territory. The ball is back with Ademir. It will come back, and Mehdi will still fight it. Wins that one-on-one battle. It's a good tackle by Ademir, and the number 10 for France will start the play at the halfway line. And he'll go back to Riquetti, and they'll build from there. It's back at the feet of Mehdi. He needs to take a few chances at this point. Riquetti will go square to Desaro. He'll go to Jean Gurry. Back to Desaro. He nutmegs the defender and goes back. Jean Gurry. A nice bit of play by the French team, who are keeping their spirits up and playing for pride. Would love to get back on this score sheet. Desaro will take this one in. Jean Gurry will fire that one. And a rare save by the number 12 in goals for Türkiye. And Türkiye will come back familiarly down that left-hand side. Yilmaz back into this game. He's had some fun in this one. Good effort by Kazan, and why not? But that one, about a metre over the bar, doesn't really trouble the French keeper. So while that one drifts out of bounds on the goal line, we'll take you through what's in store for today. A timeout has been called, so we'll have plenty of time to go through it. Ukraine, the number 1 in the world, will be looking forward to take on the impressive Spaniards in this next semi-final. It'll be the first semi-final of today in this partially sighted men's tournament. Later on in the day, we have England going up against Japan. Japan by no means will roll over, but England will fancy their chances on home soil. Number 2 in the nation are England, and with Harry Gibbons and co, Douglas Pratt leading the line, they will fancy their chances, winning 3-0 in that last game against Italy and going through and topping the group. Ukraine, however, will surely be wanting to get into that final. What a matchup it would be if both England and Ukraine could make it through to those Tuesday proceedings and face off once more. However, I'm sure both Spain and Japan have something to say. Turkey start the game off again, and the Spanish team nearly got hit with the ball in the crowd there. They're waiting to take on Ukraine. All their teams are sat, you just can see them in the bottom right of the picture, sat watching this one. They won't have to face any of these teams, so no scouting needed from the side. They'll just be able to sit back and enjoy some football before they take to the field to do battle in approximately an hour and a half. With Anchach, loses it for once. Goody has the almost impossible task of trying to beat two very, very skillful Turks. And the ball goes right, and it's Atkin, and the captain would have loved to get on the score sheet there, but what a ball he plays, and it's that man again, Anchach, and this just seems like a formality now. We could even be looking at double figures. What a performance by this Turkey team. They are having their day, and a beautiful 1-2 as it comes back, and Anchach has the simplest of finishes. And right now this French team, the body language says they just want to get this one over, get out of here and probably enjoy the semi-finals and watching a bit of football. It's not been a good day for this European team. Shining light, I would say, in all these games for France has been Jean Goody. He has played exceptionally well. And we have to mention him because on the losing team will not get any plaudits, but he's really gave 100% effort, and some of the football he's played has been nothing short of brilliant. However, he won't enjoy trailing this Turkey team 7-1 as Konu yet again makes an impressive run. Seems an eternity since we saw the magic of Kartal, but he's back on this blue surface. And no doubt we want to play this one out. We have over 6 minutes remaining just in this second half. We also have some England fans coming into the building. They'll be getting themselves set up, there'll be flags, it'll be a raucous atmosphere for their game, and they'll be wanting to watch Ukraine-Spain to see can get through into that final and face one of these two teams. The ball is with Kartal. He tries to play that ever familiar diagonal ball. It doesn't work that time, but it will go all the way through, and it will be at the feet of Anchach. I can't seem to single out a Turkey player who's not really had a good game. It didn't really seem like the other day. Like the number 7 Konu on the ball right now had a good game, but he has not put a foot wrong as he goes for the return, and right on cue earns his team a corner. But his movement off the ball has been exemplary, so smart. And when you've got players like Anchach on the ball that can provide that last touch and track back defensively like he's just done, you're always in with a shout as Atkin lets fire, and that ball will go all the way out, and it will be a kick in on the side. And to resume play goes Konu. He'll knock it back to the keeper. No rush to get that ball out, as Anchach will more or less walk it forward, and Atkin will take over. He'll knock it across to Kartal. Kartal drifts across to the right. He's buzzing around that box once more. It'll be Acton who tries to find him, and there's a particular pattern that these guys have played in the partially sighted game. A lot of the game is played on impulse, but definitely zones of play come into play where that ball needs to be played. And speaking of the privilege to speak to Harry Gibbons' dad before the game, and he was briefly on the mic, and Gibbons' dad from the England team, Nick, was taking me through some of the subtleties of the game, and these partially sighted athletes, nothing short of elite, have their challenges, but boy can they play this game. This ball fizzes around the court, there's always movement, there's always communication, and in a lot of ways, with it being a futsal adapted game, 5-a-side, it's a lot more interesting to watch sometimes than the traditional 11-a-side. Riquetti has the ball at his feet. Under 4 minutes now, I'm not sure who that will please more. Will it please Turkey that they will go in with an emphatic win? Or will the French just to be relieved to get off this surface and get into that locker room, get a shower and just kind of ponder on what could have been? They've been well and truly thumped in this one. Atkin plays that ball and it's knocked wide. Sonku doesn't even want to shoot. He hands it off. And the Anchat's there let rip, but multiple players could have scored. Hamid Adamia was wide open in the middle, probably didn't even know how open he was. And another 2 passes, and it comes to nothing. The Anchat shall take over. He'll knock it wide to Atkin. Some beautiful football coming in. The French team are just being made to chase this ball now. Not a nice task for them. And just over 3 minutes to go. They'll just want to get out of there. 3 minutes, enough time to boil an egg. I'm sure they'll probably be wanting to do that more than be out on this field right now. It just is depressing for this French national team as the body language of the goalkeeper Matteo Bouchard against Spain. He was always stood up, he was pumping his fists in the air. Look at the difference now. Turkey have absolutely handed it to this French national team. And you could say France have not been up to it, but Turkey have just been streets ahead. What a performance by the men in white. It's a great ball and they're not done yet. It comes out to Dianjach. He moves it across. Ooh, and it nearly nestled in the top corner. And the surprise is it didn't. But Meir Kazan let rip. It nearly was in the top corner. France will resume play. It'll go through nearly to Guri, but all the way through to the Turkey goalkeeper. 2 minutes 30 remaining, and the ball is back in the hands of the French keeper and back at the feet of Jean Guri. Would like to see him score just for all his troubles. But no sympathy once again by the Turkey team as they take that one off his boot. The French team playing undermanned. 2 players on yellow cards not able to take part, and they've had a wounded soldier in terms of Sebastian Desoil on the ball now. He's just not been at the races, not by his own admission. He's just been injured from the opening kickoff. Riquetti has the ball, he'll play it. Jean Guri even him. Right now, the body language is gone. Nice ball into Jean Guri. He'll look for the kind of run if he can make it by Desoil. He wastes that one and play on, and Turkey can sense a counter-attack. It's a bad ball as Riquetti will pursue this one, and he does a good job in keeping it in play. He'll go back to Medul. Doesn't have anyone really in front of him. But yes, he does. Desoil will lay this one off. It's a good idea by Riquetti, but just thwarted by the impressive Konu of Turkey. Jean Guri will try take that one on. It's toe poke back to Riquetti. He loses concentration and let that ball slip, and once again we have numbers. It's a beautiful back heel by Konu, and that would have been a sensational goal. It still might be, but what a touch by the Turkey number 7. Back heel set that one up. It's a 1-2. Because this game is still quite free flowing, He may have chance now as the ball goes out to see the replay. Possibly a breaking play, but what a back heel by the big number 7. And it's played right back to him by Adamir. Just a good save by the French goalkeeper. And it comes to no goal, but still pounding that goal. That is Türkiye team, and with under a minute left, French team will just want to get out of here. Konu has the ball, he'll knock it back. Possibly maybe the last, or at least 2 attacks. Yilmaz will knock it across, Konu will knock it back. It would have been fitting to end the game with more desperation for this French team. The score still stays at 7-1, could have been 10. Kazan knocks the ball, and characteristically Konu lets that ball go out of play. Riquetti checks that he's okay sportingly. The ball is with Medul. I would love to see Jean Goody get a goal just for his troubles. He turns and plays it, and Medul is in, he crosses it, and the ball is off the post. And not only have the Turks been absolutely sensational, they have also had the little bit of luck there as Yilmaz could have put that one into his own goal, and somehow it stains out. And with 3 seconds left, that will do it. And Jean Goody, he has scored, and everyone in this arena is happy for that big Frenchman as he buries that one in the corner. And a good ending to his game, as he has been the one that has kept going. The question is, will it be before the buzzer or after? Probably will sum up France's day. It's called as after the buzzer. Will it stand? He's shaking his head. That sums up their day. Just waiting to see if that goal's been awarded, and it hasn't. So what a depressing day it's been for the French team. They go in 7 goals down. Sorry, 6 goals down, but 7 conceded. It ends here at the University of Wolverhampton. France 1, Türkiye so impressive 7. We look forward to you joining us for the next of the first of the semi-finals, where the Ukraine will take on Spain. Their players are just in the stands right now, ready to go and get changed. And what a matchup that is going to be. Come back to us on the YouTube channel. It's bye for me now, Jason Swain in the University of Wolverhampton. We look forward to seeing you in possibly about 1 hour. See you then. Bye.